The email hit at 3:17 a.m. Subject line. Final notice.
Sender, Dad.
Body. Don't bother showing up. You're out of the will. Don't make this harder than it has to be, princess. I stared at the screen until the letters blurred. The apartment was silent except for the fridge hum. I typed back. Understood. Then I closed the laptop, poured yesterday's coffee into a mug, and let it go cold on the counter. That was the night the Ellis dynasty declared war on its spare daughter. From the outside, the Elises of Austin were Texas royalty. Dad, Grant Ellis, wore starched denim and a belt buckle the size of a dinner plate. He turned failing barbecue joints into gold mines with nothing but grit and a glare. Mom, Lillian, floated through charity galas in pearls and practice smiles. My brother Cole was the crown prince. Quarterback shoulders, easy grin. The son Dad paraded at every ribbon cutting.
Me?
I was Riley, the artsy one who sketched floor plans on napkins while they talked profit margins. Stick to coloring books, kiddo, Dad used to say, ruffling my hair like I was still 8. I stopped correcting him the day I paid my own way through architecture school in Dallas. I built Riley Ellis designs from a studio the size of a walk-in closet. By 32, I was retrofitting rooftop gardens for boutique hotels from Houston to Santa Fe. Every Christmas, though, I flew home with checks folded in my purse. Mom's chemo. Cole's failed food truck fleet. Dad's new smoker that cost more than my first car. They cashed them, hugged me too tight, and the next day Cole got the corner office while I got a pat on the head. Your little hobby's cute, Ree, Dad would chuckle. Mom would add, we're so proud. Then changed the subject to Cole's expansion plans. The night of the email, I'd driven 4 hours to present a partnership pitch. Green retrofits for Dad's flagship chain. Lower water bills, tax breaks, Instagram gold. I laid out spreadsheets, renderings, a 5-year ROI that made the CFO blink twice. Dad cut me off mid-sentence. Pretty pictures don't pay the light bill, Riley. Cole's opening 2 new locations in San Antonio. That's where the money goes. Cole smirked at his phone. Mom rearranged the silverware. Only Jenna, Cole's wife, met my eyes. She mouthed, later. Later came in the driveway under a motion sensor floodlight. Jenna's voice shook. Cole's been skimming. Offshore accounts. 6 figures. I have the statements. Before I could answer, Dad's silhouette filled the doorway. Will's signed tomorrow. Cole runs everything. Riley's too busy chasing fairy tales. Mom's whisper floated out. She'll understand. I understood plenty. Morning brought the email. I read it in bed, sunlight slicing through the blinds like judgment. Then I opened my banking app and started clicking. Auto pays for Mom's oncologist, canceled. Line of credit for Cole's food trucks, frozen. Dad's equipment lease, returned to sender. Each confirmation pinged like a gavel. I knew my phone was a war zone. 43 missed calls, 19 texts, 3 voicemails that escalated from confusion to rage. I let them burn. Jenna called at dusk. They're shredding your proposal. Cole says you faked the numbers to sabotage him. I laughed, short, sharp, free. Tell Cole the numbers were never his to steal. That night, I booked a corner table at a quiet coffee shop off South Congress. Neutral ground. They arrived late, smelling of brisket smoke and panic. Dad's face was granite. Mom's eyes were red. Cole vibrated with caffeine and fury. Jenna stayed home, smart woman. Dad didn't sit. You're killing us, Riley. Vendors are walking. The bank's calling notes. I slid a flash drive across the table. Everything Jenna gave me. Every transfer, every shell account. I'm not the one killing the brand, Dad. Cole is. Cole lunged for the drive. I moved it out of reach. Mom whispered, this is still your family. I looked at her. Family doesn't forge your signature on loan docs, Mom. Family doesn't text you out of existence at 3 a.m. Silence stretched like barbed wire. Then I laid down the final card. I sold the retrofit patent this morning. $2.4 million. Clean exit. No Ellis money touched it. Dad's belt buckle seemed to sag. Cole's mouth opened, closed. Mom reached for my hand. I let her fingers grasp air. You taught me legacy, I said. Turns out mine doesn't smell like mesquite. I stood. Keep the restaurants. Keep the lies. I'm keeping my name and my future. Cole found his voice. You'll crawl back when your fairy tales flop. I smiled. Watch me fly. Outside, the Texas sky was the color of a fresh blueprint. I deleted every Ellis contact, blocked every number, and drove north until the skyline disappeared in my rear view. 6 months later, the news broke quietly. Ellis Smokehouse filed Chapter 11. Cole faced embezzlement charges. Jenna took their kids to Colorado. Mom and Dad downsized to a condo with plastic flamingos on the lawn. I read the headlines over oat milk latte in a Manhattan cafe I just finished designing, living walls, skylights, my signature on the brass plaque by the door. My phone buzzed, an unknown Austin number. I let it ring into silence, steam curling from my cup like incense. The tea was still bitter, but now I savored it. Some flavors you earn. Some doors you slam so hard the hinges sing. I raised the mug to the window, to the city that never asked me to pay its bills. To chosen family, I toasted the glass. And to the ones who taught me blood isn't thicker than respect. If you've ever cut the cord and felt the sky open, drop "I flew" in the comments. Hit subscribe. Next week's story might be the wind beneath your wings.